Happy Saturday. I'm in Hobe Sound, Florida, where my parents live, where I grew up, and just enjoying a Saturday, working my butt off, actually, trying to figure out so much about publishing and how to get my new book out to the world and to share it with you. So I just wanted to do a little live today and offer a free reading. I'm just going to pick one of my favorite passages from the book. And hopefully this inspires you to check it out. You know, I wrote this first version, the first part. There's going to be 3 parts to the story. There's the Breath of Cuba Part 1, Breath of Cuba Part 2, and Part 3 that'll come out later. So this was written in 2010. So I've had a few interesting comments from people about how, wow, it just seems like, you know, a different person at the beginning of the book than at the end. And that's because there was this transformation that happened through my time in Cuba, especially the first year. So I had just come out of a really long relationship with someone I was deeply in love with. And the relationship ended a little bit bitterly, a little sad for me. It was really hard on me. And so I had a lot of energy that I had to move through in the process. So I spent 3 weeks in Cuba in 2010 working on that stuff internally through music, through dancing, through drumming. And this is what came out of it from the first trip back then. So you'll see if you stay with the story and you follow the progression of the story and you read Part 1 and then you get Part 2 when it comes out and Part 3, you'll see the progression of the evolution and the transformation from a younger woman into a more mature woman. And that's really kind of a cool thing to be able to share. It's a very personal story. One of the best comments I had was from my friend Brian Gatlin, who just said, wow, it's just such an intimate share. And it really is. And for that reason, it's kind of a little scary sometimes to put it out to you guys. But I'm just really excited to share the story because Cuba has just got this really beautiful energy around community and family and taking care of one another. And it's really transformed my life on pretty much every level. So I'm going to do a live reading. Happy Saturday. Just share from one of the chapters of the book. It's called Cuba Captured Global Citizen. And I'm just going to pick a passage out of there. The colors on this island are vibrant and decaying. The salt air and wind, combined with years of neglect from a lack of resources, have created a starkly beautiful and surreal landscape here. It touches on some nostalgic quality of life, the way the colors fade into their own death, beaten down by wind, water, and sun. Black bodies silhouetted against tapestries of vibrant decay make for images that stick to the mind's eye throughout eternity. I've experienced some beautiful places on this earth, and I've loved a lot of people around the world. You too. Cuba, however, has captured me, body, mind, heart, and soul, in a way that I never knew was possible. There's something in the quality of the energy here that is so raw, so intrinsically primal. Cuba has an energy that's sensual, sexual, alive, and hungry for life, so much so that it sings to a place in my soul that has never before been serenaded. And yet, even in my fantasies of staying here, of disappearing from the modern world and quietly sinking into the fabric of a simple island life, I'm all too aware of the very real challenges of a life in Cuba. It's not always easy to acquire even the most basic of items. Simple products that we take for granted in the United States, like dish soap, toothpaste, shampoo, or toilet paper, can sometimes be very hard to come by. Eggs, milk, fresh fruits, and vegetables are sometimes readily available and sometimes not so readily available. It's not uncommon to see empty shelves in the small grocery stores that do exist. And as a foreigner, some days I pray that I can find enough bottled water to drink, as it seems that the few stores here are always running out. Being here only a few weeks, I am not really willing to risk trying the tap water, although in my 3rd and 4th trips, I did drink the tap water. Communication on or off island can be completely impossible some days. There are very few cell phones on the island at present. Of course, this was way back in 2010, and phone calls both on and off island are very costly. Internet is not only painfully slow, but also expensive. The people, by Western standards or US standards, live very humbly and do not have the kind of material abundance that we have in the US, and yet no one is starving or without a place to live. Homelessness and starvation are almost completely non-existent in Cuba today. Everyone is fed, housed, and taken care of. Most Cubans that I've met are well-educated, strong, and overall very healthy, since education and healthcare are basic human rights for Cuban nationals. Plenty of people here are plump and round enough to be considered overweight. And this, of course, also speaks to the poor quality of food as much as an overindulgence in the consumption of the most common foods, which are pizza, bread, refined sugar, and white rice. Not the healthiest of foods. Fresh vegetables and produce are often out of reach on the average Cuban salary, and again, they can be hard to come by. However, what the people are lacking in money and material stuff is made up for in what they have in family, community, and friendships. There is an incredible wealth of a much more human kind in Cuba, a richness beyond any form of material wealth imaginable. It exists in the simple sharing of humanity. It is this immeasurable wealth that is an intangible, infinite source of life, well-being, and sustenance for Cubans. I believe it's a way of being that we, in the modern worlds, would be wise to consider relearning to assist us in the healing of our hearts, minds, and societies on planet Earth. So just a little passage from page 29 and 30. Please click the link. You can get a download of the book. And if you're really tight on cash, and that's really the reason that you can't support the book or that you don't want to buy it, there's going to be a promotion in a few days. I'm not going to tell you which day, but it's coming soon, so you have to keep posted. There's also a Facebook group now. You can join the Facebook group and keep posted there, but I will be doing a promotion to get the book at a really, really discounted price for just 1 day only. So you've got to be really paying attention in the Facebook group. So if you search in Facebook, The Breath of Cuba, you can join the group, the page there, and keep posted. But thank you so much for your support. And those of you that help with the fundraising for the editing cost, I did end up having to fire my publisher, sadly, Michelle Smith. At the end, she just didn't really show up, and I think she was just a little overwhelmed with other stuff, and this kind of got put on the back burner for about 6 months with her. So I finally had to just kind of take it and complete it, because I just couldn't wait another 6 months. I wanted to see it, feel it, share it. So thanks so much, and I love you all, and I hope that you enjoyed the book. And please, if you do purchase it on Amazon, please send a review in. That really helps me to get reviews. I'm really trying to learn how to get all this done and get the book out and share it with you guys and share it with the world. So thanks so much. And the link is here, so you can purchase a copy. And I think on Kindle, you can actually get it for free. So definitely do that and download it and enjoy it. Thanks so much. Have a great day.